Crypto Billionaire 69 back with another daily in-depth technical analysis video on the one, the only Dogelon Mars. Before we get started, I want to thank all you beautiful people that joined the Patreon. We are growing strong. We have hit 40 Patreons, and if you guys are interested in joining, gain access to my real-time buy and sell alerts along with daily updates on the levels we need to be watching. You can learn while you earn. There's a few spots left. I'll leave the link in the description. Go check it out. Let's get straight into this technical analysis. But before we get started, I saw a lot of comments that said you guys want me to go over the emotional cycles in the crypto markets, and I will be happy to do that after I do this technical analysis on Dogelon Mars. So stay to the end of the video if you want to learn how people react to the market going up and down, if you want to learn those emotions that have a strong play in the overall market. My beautiful friends, let's get straight into it. We are up 2.6%. Before we get started, there's something on my mind. I saw another comment that said these analyses are not helping that much. Now, if that is true, let me know in the comments, because I would love to go more in depth. I would love to really show you guys everything. But I don't know. I'm keeping it very broad and basic because I don't know how skilled and leveled you guys are. So, my beautiful friends, I'm keeping it basic right now. But let's get straight into the technical analysis. Alright, so we have seen a retracement down to this previous resistance here. Alright, now we broke through it there a little bit. Overall, we are holding very strong. Remember to keep perspective in whatever you're investing in. Alright, this is our overall perspective at the moment. We are holding very nicely. We have based around here twice around this 0.618 level in the overall spike. Spiked all the way back up to the 0.382. Keep in mind, this is when Bitcoin was just starting to find support, when we spiked like this. So there are a lot of buyers in play, key buyers in play. And I told you guys this was going to happen this whole freaking time. That's why I put out so many alerts to buy on these 10 levels. Because I knew that these big money players aren't going to let it go down to their break-even point. They're going to buy more to push it higher. That's exactly what we saw. So what we want to see in the coming days, coming weeks, I'll get into that in a second. But first, look at how we're holding up, okay? We're holding up very nicely. We didn't even come back down to retest this 0.618 Fibonacci level after we spiked to this 0.382. Now, we didn't hold the 0.5. However, this very well could be a fake out before we move higher. And in order to confirm that this is a fake out, this is what we need to watch for. So, currently we are making higher lows on the daily candles. And we want to see this green candle close somewhat how it is. Now this is not very bullish. There's not much volume and there's not many buyers stepping in. So we probably will see a retracement back down to this 1165 level, to the bottom of this green wick right here. However, in the weird case that doesn't happen, we should see some selling pressure around this 1369 level. Hit that subscribe button before moving up to this 16, 17 level after we break this previous resistance, because then we will have nothing to hold us back from hitting these 17s, okay? So the levels we need to watch right now are indeed this 1380 level, which will be double resistance, not only because it's a 0.5 Fibonacci level, but also because it's the top of these two big candles with not much volume, but they are big candles. So that's to the upside. To the downside, we want to watch and see if we can hold support if we retrace. If the sellers start to step back in, we want to see us, at the bare minimum, we want to see us hold support around this 1211 level, or we will be heading back down to these 1130s to retest, okay? So this is our range that we're looking at. At the top, we have 1380. At the bottom, we have 1215. Now, in order to confirm that we will continue to make higher lows, we want to close this candle in a green candle above this 1250 level, okay? This next daily candle we want to see push up and move higher above these 1380s, closing above that, preferably with volume. That will be confirmation that we will be heading higher to these 17 levels to retest. And Everything's looking great. Everything's looking great. Bitcoin is holding around the $53 or $43,000 level, and that's exactly what we want to see in order for this to continue to reverse. Right now, everything is pegged to Bitcoin. If we continue to go in an upward trend in Bitcoin in the overall market, then Dogelon Mars will as well continue to do that. However, we are holding very nicely, making very nice levels, making higher lows in the overall market. In the weekly candles here, if you look, this is very healthy. We are creating a doji candle. This is a sign of neutrality. A green doji at that, above this previous low, which is a very, very beautiful thing. This is a healthy retracement, my beautiful friends. Down to this 0.618 Fibonacci level on the weekly candles. We have seen a massive spike, and this was a simple spike due to the Bitcoin holding around that $40,000 level. So it's a great thing to see, great thing to see. A lot of buyers are ready to buy this up. We just got listed on Gemini, and there are rumors that we will be listed on other major exchanges as well. Wink, wink at Coinbase. So yeah, that's not for sure, but we have seen a lot of rumors, and it's just a matter of time, honestly. So that's Crypto Billionaire 69 in-depth analysis on Dogelon Mars. Now we're gonna get into this Wall Street cheat sheet for all you beautiful people who want to learn the emotional cycles of the market. This is the time you need to tune in. This was some simple analysis. I didn't really get into the lower time frames because I don't want to get too in-depth with you beautiful people, okay? I'm keeping it on the dailies right now. Let me know if you want me to get into these analysis to really tell you when the best time to average in and out is. But for now, any price under 15 is a great price to accumulate in order for this next move higher. Let's get straight into the Wall Street cheat sheet. Let's do it. So, you have seen this many times probably, and if you haven't, then you really need to stay tuned. In fact, you should pause the video and go bust out a notebook, because this is the type of stuff that will change your life and keep you from making dumb decisions in the market. So, right now, we have seen a 50% retracement, okay? Now, that is around this level, this anger level, this depression level. And what we need to see in order for us to continue and make this another, I'm getting mixed up here because there's a lot to go over. So I'm just going to start with the disbelief, okay? Disbelief. This is a sucker's rally. The only people that get in here are indeed the holders, okay? This is the only people that have the disbelief section in their repertoire. Hope. These are the major institutions, and they continue to drive it higher, all right? Now, the optimism is the individual retail traders and algorithms that start to pile into the market, pushing it even higher. Belief is after the news pushes this type of information. Oh my gosh, it's spiking. We just broke all-time highs. We are continuing to go higher. News. Retail traders get in, all right? And these are the best retail traders, the ones that scan the news, watch the news daily, and get in at the best times. Now, let's say you get in a couple days late, maybe even a day late. You're in the thrill section. You're buying along with the grandmas and grandpas that are going to be stuck in this euphoria phase once it moves to the highest part. They're going to literally, I'm a genius. We're all going to be rich. They're telling everybody that this is the best coin to buy because it's at an all-time high. Emotions run rampant whenever we are in a spike. And that's a beautiful thing to know, because once you know that, you can use that to your advantage. But it's very important. In every spike, it all depends on the emotions in the market. If people are not euphoric and thrilled and telling everybody, then we are not at a high yet, and there is still much more to come. So I'm very experienced at this and reading emotional cycles, not only online but in real life. There's many things you need to look out for, and I'm not going to get into those things because that's a lot of information, and I don't want to make this video too long. Complacency, okay? We need time to cool off for the next rally, okay? This is very, very, very important because this right here is a first retracement back down to around this point. I'll show you, to around this 0.382 level, okay? So this right here is whenever it first retraces. This is some in-depth information. Hit the subscribe button. Whenever it first retraces, you need to be watching the emotional everything. I'm trying to look for the word. Pretty much how everybody is reacting to the markets at that moment. If it retraces and people are thinking it's going to continue to go higher and everybody's telling this is a great time to get in, and by everybody, I mean the people that don't know what they're talking about. And those people are everybody that you probably know, except for Crypto Billionaire 69 and all of us beautiful people in the Patreon. But pretty much the masses are going to say this is a great time to buy and you should get in. And that is when you know that we will most likely, we'll see another spike to fake all these people out, because those people actually are buying. But the whole time, these big institutions that got around this hope phase and the hodlers, now the hodlers normally hodl for a long time because they just want to ride the cycles up. But the institutions are selling their major bags that have just quadrupled however much in price, which will drive this market back down, right? But here's the thing. This whole time, people are buying over here. We got the grandma and grandpa. We got everything. This is where grandma and grandpa starts getting in, all right? This thrill section. And that's not literally. I'm not saying literally grandma and grandpa. I'm saying the people who don't know much and have not researched and do not watch the stock market are getting stock market, crypto market, same thing in this case, a scenario, are getting in around this thrill section, euphoria section, okay? So, and then they are the ones with the loudest mouths telling everyone to buy whenever it goes down. Say it's a great time to buy. And those people do buy. I mean, it's the greater fool theory, all right? So, boom, goes up. Now, major bags have already been selling here, and they see this is happening. They see that everybody is telling more people. They're seeing the hype. They're watching the hype, and that so many people are getting into this right now. It can't go higher. There's just not enough people. There's not enough people to buy this. There's not enough fools to sell to a higher price to. So it's time to sell. And that's what they do. That's how they make their decisions. And this is what we do. We get out around this euphoria phase whenever people are saying, I'm a genius, we're all going to be rich. That's when we get out. And then we buy back in around this anger, depression state. Okay? So, as you see that, big money starts taking their money out. Anxiety, why am I getting margin calls? These are all of the, okay, so the beliefs, there's a lot that goes into this, my beautiful friends. The belief is the time when the major retail investor gets in that really, really, really watches the markets. The thrill is the time when the retail investor that thinks he's major gets in, takes out a big loan, and is trading on margin, which means is pretty much taking a loan from the bank and trading with that money. That's what a margin call is. He's getting margin call. He's getting told that this is going too low. You need to pay back before you lose more, and you can't pay it back. Pretty much, that's what's happening. So, denial. My investments are with great companies. They will come back. All right, everyone. Most human beings are in a state of denial when they see that it just doesn't simply go their way. And that's the biggest thing, is to get emotionally attached to any stock, any coin, anything you invest in. You don't want to get emotionally attached, okay? Especially if it's out of your control. If it is out of your control, let's say you invest in a business, it's great to get emotionally attached because it will motivate you to make more sales, to help everybody in the business be inspired. It'll help you. But in this case, the stock or crypto is not in your control. So denial is the phase, all right? They will come back, but you never want to get emotionally attached. Shit, everyone is selling. I need to get out. And this is the time when people, grandma and gramps, invest in their retirement. They're down 70, 80%. And they're like, whatever, I'll take the 20, 30% that is left. And that is where everyone goes wrong. But the beautiful thing is that it just keeps repeating. And once you know how manipulation works, then you can capitalize on that. You can capitalize on other people's emotions. Sounds like a horrible thing, but that's the game, my friends, and we're just playing it to make money. So, anger, this is when we're going to anger and depression. There's two signs to see whenever we are in anger and depression, all right? Those two signs, it takes perception, okay? You've got to have the right perspective and perception on the markets. You can't get caught up in all this emotion. You need to be a third party watching other human beings and how they react. Because It's very easy to see whenever you should get in. And whenever you should get in is when nobody's talking about it, when there's hardly any news, there's literally no hype around it anymore. That is the lowest price. Prices are driven by hype and marketing in the crypto markets. And we just ride that wave. So whenever there's no hype or marketing, whenever no one's talking about it, best time to get in. So, and then goes from anger to depression. Anger. Who shorted the market? Why did the government allow this to happen? They, of course, blame. It's victim mentality. They don't take it, they don't know this information, all right? Whoever's listening to this, you're very, 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 this is some behind-the-scenes information that not many people can wrap their head around. So watch this video as many times as you need, because this is the one thing you really need in any market to make a money. In life, this is it's pretty much a metaphor. Once you can observe other people's emotions, you can capitalize on their downfalls by providing them solutions. And I'm telling you, my friends, it's just an emotional cycle. Now, some people will say capitalizing on people's emotions is horrible. It's morally wrong. And if you don't want to do that, then you should not be trading, because you're going to be the people buying in at the belief and thrill. And if you get really lucky, you'll be buying in at euphoria. I'm just kidding. But yeah, guys. Anyways, disbelief that's just the hodlers, and then it repeats over and over and over. So this is the emotional cycles of the market. I hope that really helped. And let me know in the comment section if you guys grasped it, if you guys, kind of understand. I can go more into depth and get really, really into nitty-gritty details and provide examples. But yeah, my friends, Crypto Billionaire 69. I will catch you guys in the next video. If you've watched this far, I love you, my friend. I love you. 2022 is going to be a great year because you actually care about learning. You've watched 17 minutes and 27 seconds of this video. And that's the first start. That's the first step to making a change in your knowledge, which will make a change in your bank account. My beautiful friends, I'll catch you in the next video. Crypto Billionaire 69 out.